What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic. In the day, we're going to recap the game last night, the Texans versus Patriots preseason game number 2. Texans come away with the victory, 27-23. Tom Savage throws a touchdown pass to Jalen Strong. DeShaun Watson rushes for his second touchdown of the preseason. Deontay Foreman rushes for a touchdown. The defense played very, very aggressive out the gate. Coming out the door, they came out playing aggressive. They were putting a lot of pressure on Brady and especially Garoppolo, especially the chosen one himself, Garoppolo. They were putting a lot of pressure on him. They were sacking him, forcing him throwing picks, forcing him with other bad throws, forcing fumbles. The defense just played very aggressive the whole game. It was actually a good game to watch. But that's not what y'all here for. Y'all here for the quarterbacks. So let's talk quarterbacks. Ladies and gentlemen, DeShaun Watson did not play very well. He had a rookie-type game. Has this changed my opinion on DeShaun Watson? No. Am I surprised he had a rookie game? No. I knew this was coming. I mean, everybody should know that he's eventually going to play like a rookie. Like, either early or late on. Like, you're delaying the inevitable. It's eventually going to happen. He's going to play like a rookie. So I have no issue with him having that type of game. I have zero issue with that type of game. Does that change my opinion that he should be the starter? No, I think he should be the starter week 1. But I don't think he's going to be. I've been on this stance the whole time that in order for him to be the starter week 1, he would need to be the starter week number 3 of the preseason because that's the dress rehearsal. And the way he played and the way Savage played, and then also Bill O'Brien didn't give him snaps with the number 1. Cause when he walked out, that was the first thing I was looking at was the number 1 defense out there for the Patriots, and was DeShaun Watson out there with the number 1s, and neither was the case. I don't think the number, because I know Malcolm Butler wasn't out there no more, and I know some of the defensive linemen weren't out there, but I also know that the number 1 offense wasn't out there no more either. So I'm like, when I seen that, I'm like, ooh, that's a little dicey for DeShaun about him being a starter because he's not getting time with the ones. So I think it's going to be Savage. Savage played very efficient yesterday. I mean, yes, he played very, very efficient. He played very well. He put the ball where it was supposed to go. He had a decent game, but I do think I'm gonna tell you something. It's probably gonna sound crazy. But actually, I think last night proved that DeShaun Watson should be the starter, and I'm explaining why. I think Tom Savage is the prototypical perfect backup quarterback. When you have a good team and your star quarterback goes down and you need somebody to keep the ship afloat, to keep the ship on this guidance, to step in for 2, 3, 4 games, and he could get you with and instead of you going 0-2 with a bad backup, he can get you a 1-1 or a 2-2. Like, he can get you 500, enough to stir the ship, just enough for when the starter comes back, everything is going. You really didn't miss too much of a beat. You might have lost some games even with your starter. It's not that big of a deal. That's why I think. That's why I think that Savage is. I think Savage is that type of guy. Everything around him is good. He's good. I don't think he's a person who can lead you to a victory. I don't think he's a person who can galvanize the troops, get the troops around him like, I'm the leader. This is my team. We're going to win this game. I don't see you winning with him being the focal point, him being the driving force to win. I don't think he's that type of player. I don't think he's the driving force type of quarterback that's going to lead you to wins off of him alone. Everything around him got to be perfect, and he's going to guide you to it, which is not bad, but if you invested 2 first-round picks in DeShaun Watson, you might as well use him. And I think with Savage will lure you to a false sense of hope that he's gonna play well, he's gonna play okay, decent enough, and you're gonna go 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4. Bye week, you realize ain't nothing moving and shaking. Then you put DeShaun Watson in. Now the rookie moment's coming in at the crucial part of the season, and you're not gonna be able to recover for it, and you're gonna end up going 8-8, 9-7, even 7-9, because DeShaun Watson gonna have those rookie moments later on in the season because you didn't let him play for the first 8 games of the season because you let Savage lure you into a false sense of hope. That's why I really think go ahead and get DeShaun Watson in. I'd rather have DeShaun Watson have his rookie moment week 1 instead of week 13 when you fighting for the division. And come on now, like week 1 we playing Jacksonville. Have y'all seen Jacksonville's quarterback situation? They out there want to like the team itself is breaking apart because some want Henny, some want roll with Bortles, and it's talks that them might not even starting Bortles out the gate. That it might be Chad Hidden or even their third quarterback starting week 1 against the Texans. And I think JJ and Clowney and Cushion and Mercer, they are licking their chops ready to play against that offense, even with Blake Bortles. That's who they want to see. And I'm high on Jacksonville's defense. And I'm very high on AJ Bouye. You know, I think that's the biggest mistake the Texans made this offseason was not re-signing Bouye. Ramsey proved himself to be a top flight corner when he last year on his rookie campaign, and they were a top 10 defense last year. But something about the defense doesn't smell right to me. It's something about it. I don't know. This is nothing about football. This is just me, my own personal opinion. I think something's wrong with that defense. I mean, not something wrong with it. Something about the defense doesn't smell right to me. And I think the defense is gonna. I think at the end of the day, the defense is gonna let some people down this season. I think the defense is gonna let people down, and you're like, that's not top level defense. That's just my personal opinion. I have no facts, nothing behind that, backing that. That's just what I feel. And I just think that DeShaun Watson, even if he has a bad game that game, you still gonna get through it. And I think you wanted him to take his lumps early on in the season because I mean you got you home against Jacksonville, to Cincinnati, at New England, and then back home against the Titans. You can go 2-2 with either quarterback. So might as well put the rookie out there, let him take his rookie lumps against the Patriots, take his rookie lumps against the first game against Jacksonville, against the Bengals. That way, when that October 1st, when he played against the Titans, he could start getting he won't be wet behind the ears, and he can start getting that thing rolling, and you could have your season salvaged instead of going 8-8 with Savage, and then benching Savage for Watson, and then there's not enough time for Watson to get his feet up under him, and he gonna have his rookie moments, and you looking at 7-9. What the future looking bright because DeShaun Watson showed you he's the guy, but you really wasted another season of us, JJ, Clown and Cushion, J. Joe, and you don't have a first round pick next year or a second round pick. So you going under 500, you going 500 or under is very detrimental. It's very unbeneficial. Like you need to make the playoffs because you don't have a first or second round pick. So you having good draft status is irrelevant because you're not picking. Cleveland is in both spots. So I just rather go ahead and put Watson out there and let him take his lumps early and let him build. So instead of him taking his lumps late and costing the season. Even if he costs your season by him taking his lumps early, at least he's took his lumps for the whole 16 games of the season. And he's had some redeeming qualities. I mean, he had some good moments. And like it wasn't like he just played horrible. It was really more of an efficiency issue. He was really inefficient. But also some drop passes out there and some bad decisions as far as like the way he threw the ball because he could have maybe gave his receivers a better chance on some of the plays to catch. Like he underthrew one guy. Then the what should have been a touchdown, the Dreads, he threw it away instead of taking a little bit off the ball and giving Dreads a chance to catch in the back of the end zone. Things like that. But he wasn't throwing like should be picks. It wasn't that bad. He only had 10 attempts. It wasn't like he was throwing should be picks. And it wasn't like he was Brock Osweiler or Ryan Mallett throwing balls in the dirt. It was just some of it was timing issues as well, and again because Hop was out, and also because Braxton Mills down, and we all know what's going on with Will Fuller. The first team receivers weren't there, so the second team receivers had to go with the first team, which means Watson was getting the third team receivers. So it was probably a little combination of both. That's why it's not even a huge issue. It's not even really just a real big blunder. And some people opinions are, but you have to look into how things, you got to put things in certain perspectives. You got to look at things how they're supposed to be and look at things in certain perspectives. Some things are not always what they say. You can't just look at the numbers, 3 or 10, he had a bad game. You got to watch the game. And some of them was miscommunications. Some of them was drop passes. And then also, he almost got penalized twice as far as in back-to-back games of throwing to the tight end and the tight end fumbling. So those have nothing. He put the ball where it's supposed to go, tight end, Caught it in week 1, fumbled. This time the tight end didn't catch it. But if he would have caught it, it would have been a caught and a fumble. So, and those are not DeShaun Watson's fault. Just like the big plays, that was mostly D'Onta Foreman. I thought the one with Bruce Ellington was more Bruce Ellington, but then I rewatched the play, and Watson led Ellington in that play. Then now D'Onta Foreman was strictly D'Onta Foreman, and I'm gonna make a specific video about D'Onta Foreman and it's about the running backs specifically, and why I think D'Onta Foreman is going to be the starting running back now, day one. I'm gonna make a video about that. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below if you haven't. Click that bell to get more videos. I do this every day. If you disagree with me, comment below and let me know. But one more thing I had to mention about Bruce Ellington. We just signed him 10 days ago, and he looked pretty nice for the game. He actually took some of the shine away from Strong, who a lot of people have been criticizing, but he had a good game too. He juked the mess out of Malcolm Butler. I rewound that play like 5 times and laughed so hard because he juked the shit out of Butler. So, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below. Click that bell to get more videos. I holla.